Hello, I'm sorry. I thought you all could hear that music. Hey, y'all, this is Libra Butterfly coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you darn like. No, what had happened was My baby boy was calling and tell me something. I muted it and I forgot you all couldn't hear the music. So you all been on music all the time. I apologize, y'all. I apologize. How are you feeling, Nancy girl? Hey, Mimi girl. How are you feeling? I hope okay. I'm glad to see you. I really am. I'm trying to take my time because my son's in the bathroom, and when he come out, he'll slam the door, and I don't want to hear the door go boom. And I'm looking at my beautiful patio. They redid that thing. It looks so good, but they left the dag blasted wood in my yard, and they ain't put my patio stuff back the way it was. So I called them. I was like, "When y'all gonna come back and do that? I need that done because I'm not lifting it. I didn't move it." So plus I need all that wood gone, even though they did stack it up neatly, y'all. So I mean, I ain't, yeah. Okay, so happy birthday to everybody. And we have a celebrity in the house. That is Unbothered Mimi. She was our celebrity for the week with the Butterfly Queendom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will announce the next one probably tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow. But we want to make sure that we love on Mimi and tell her we appreciate her and all of her efforts and everything. And I know she has been sick as well, but she's been fighting back, and everything. Okay, you feeling great and claiming healing, girl. What you said, what you said. So that brings me. I have several things to say real quick. Y'all know I was supposed to be doing a Bible study tonight. Um, I believe I'm gonna have to postpone that. I'll tell you all why in a minute. Hey, 300. I'll tell you all why in a minute. Um, so let me say this first. Um, those of you all who know God, okay, I mean, like you grew up in church, or maybe you didn't grow up in church, but as you got older, you found Him, because some people that's in church don't know God. Let me clarify that. But you found Him and all this and stuff like that. Okay, so my spiritual dad has contacted me, and usually he contacts me when I feel a shifting in me that God is doing. And so he has contacted me, and I have been called to the carpet to another level. And so a whole lot of times I might not be on here as much. Um, if I do come on here, it's like for 30 minutes or something. I just say hi, a short video. But I have to be about my father's business, not my spiritual father, but I'm talking about God. Um, so there's a lot of stuff that there's just a lot of stuff that he's called me to do. And, there's no time to waste. Okay. Because souls are at stake. Um, I've been wanting to do, because what's so funny, people's been asking me to do a Bible study, but every time I tell them I'm going to do a Bible study, people go MIA, which is missing in action. So I'm finding that very disrespectful. Because if I take time, like, I'm busy like everybody else, maybe more so, but if you ask me something and I plan it and I tell you, and then you don't show up, and I know we as people, talking about black people, I don't know about white people, but us as black people, we have a tendency of doing that. We say one thing and we do something totally different without respecting the people and their time. A lot of people disrespect my time, disrespect. Like I have rules and regulations about things. And I told you I need structure in my life. I do. I'm one of them that even if it's chaotic to a point, like functioning chaotic, I still need that to be structured. And I don't like people to waste my time. I don't like people to disregard me because of whatever. That's disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. Uh, and so, it just is. And so it's a whole lot of things I'm going to say on here today. Today's Friday. So a whole lot of things I'm going to say on here today. And I'm not trying to, I hope, well, y'all should know my heart. Y'all should know I'm not vindictive or nothing like that. If you don't know, well, that's where I'm at with it at this point. But I'm not vindictive. I don't mean no hard feelings or nothing like that. So I'm making a lot of changes. And I just need stability, like I said. I need stable people. I need stability around me. I need people who gonna keep their word. That's in every aspect of my life. Now, I know life happens. It happens with the best of us because I got some stuff to tell y'all on here. But this is why I'm saying what I'm saying now. I know things happen. Okay. Um, and some things is out of our control. But some things is just a character flaw. Okay. Some things is just a character flaw. Like, um, if I promise you I'm going to, let's just say, mail you a copy of my book, and you're trying to do, let's say, a study of the book, and I said, well, okay, I'm gonna mail you out a copy by Thursday, and say something happened, and it's already Thursday, right? And I still ain't mailed out this copy. And then you get back with me like, well, have you mailed the copy out? And I'm like, no, I ain't get a chance to mail it out. And I leave it like that. I know. I say no. And I leave it like that. Well, that's disrespectful to you because you're waiting on me to deliver a service. You waiting on me to keep my word. Okay. So it's already Thursday. You were supposed to do it Thursday. But I don't find out until Thursday that you didn't do what you were supposed to do before Thursday. And that's how some people deal in their business. They wait until that time and then they want to say something. You okay, my mama's starting now. Okay. They wait until that time and then they want to say, oh, no, no, no. And that's how they've dealt with people all their life. It's like an after fact. If it don't affect them, they don't care. So I'm at that point where I'm doing everything. I'm restructuring my butterfly queendom. I'm restructuring my life. I'm restructuring everything because, again, I always tell people this: I need structure, I need stability, I need people. If you're going to, what did I say the other day? If you're going to ride and roll with me, then ride and roll with me. Don't pick the times you're going to ride and roll with me. Okay, today I'm going to ride. Then I ain't gonna ride again for 30 days. I ain't gonna ride again for 2 days. And then you're supposed to do something for me, then I don't hear from you. And then all of a sudden you see what I'm saying? That's a character flaw. Because some people feel like, well, as long as I tell you, no, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Because if you want to post, you want to post. Point blank, period. And hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So, and then people get mad at you for much less, like me. Like this statements that I'm making today on here, somebody will take that and get their butt on their back and be like, well, I ain't gonna support it at all. I don't give a damn. Y'all see where I'm at with that today? I don't care. Don't. Unsubscribe. Peace. Kick rocks. Sayonara. See you. Don't let the door not hit you with the good Lord split you. Peace. Nobody is over me and nobody is my boss but the man upstairs. That's it. I owe no man nothing but to love him. That's the Bible. Owe no man nothing but to love them, and that's what I do. That's where I'm at with it. So I have no hard feelings or nothing like that. I don't know why when you begin to be more business and correct the things that's not working and all this and stuff, people start saying, "Oh, she's nasty. She mean. She this." I'll be whatever you want me to be in this season and the next. I'll be whatever you want me to be. I don't care. I'm just at that point. I don't care. Because like I told you, I don't like sloppy Joe. I don't eat it and I don't like it in my life. I don't like it business wise. People just, it's just YouTube. It's just YouTube. Well, it's YouTube, but it's got my name on it. And I'm also in charge of my channel. And I'm also one of them people who dot their I's and cross their T's. So if that's how you feel, then please, by all means, exit stage gone. Exit stage gone. Deal with other people who sloppy Joe. Cause it ain't my stilo. It ain't even my ministry. Thank you, NC girl. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, I'm just, it's crazy. It's crazy because, like I said, I do a lot, when it comes to herbs and stuff like that, I do a lot of studying. I can't make people do nothing. But if you tell me you got an issue, you know, I do a lot of studying to see which ones go together, which ones will help your body, which ones, if you're doing this, you need to stay away from, or maybe this. I do, and I do it because I love to help people. I love to help people. But then people will sit and take your kindness for a weakness because they weak. And I'm just, it's like how much more you want from me? You know, I give everything when I come on here. Everything. I don't cuss people out. I don't make you I try to love on you. And some people it's hard to love on because they're a liar and I can't stand a liar. But being a prophet, you have to sometimes see past trash to give them treasure. Come on, that's a word right there. When you are a prophet of God, sometimes God will let you see past their trash to make sure that you give them the treasure, you know. And so that's where I'm at with it. It ain't that I don't see that you're a liar. It's just that God allows me to see past your trash and still bring you the treasure, you know? So it's just, yeah, I understand that, NC girl. You did. You one of my main ones, and you one of my day ones. Yes, ma'am. So I just had to free my spirit of that. Okay, so this morning, moving on. This morning, I so happened to look on Facebook and saw what my mama sent me like 3 or 4 text messages. I was like, oh, I'm asleep. I can't. I hate when I'm sleeping. I keep hearing ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna have to turn that ding off. But then if I turn the ding off, something happen, and then I'll be like, I didn't know. So anyway, so I finally looked, and I'm like, what is she talking about? So when I scrolled on Facebook, well, okay, I would say, what is she talking about? I'll call her back later. So then I scrolled on Facebook because I'm like, let me go ahead and wake all the way up because everybody was dinging me this morning. I had like 15 text messages. So when I went on Facebook, and that's become the news actually, when I went on Facebook, I saw that an area downtown in Louisville had a bomb down there. And when I looked at the address, it's where my mother went back to work at, right? And so I immediately text her and she didn't respond. So now I'm like up. Okay, I'm like up, like, you know. So when she texts me, no, she called me. And she called me like 10 minutes after I text her. And she's like, I'm on my way to the hospital. I said, Mama, what happened? Because I thought something happened to her, right? I thought like the bomb ignited or whatever, right? And hold on 1 minute. Okay. So anyway, um, so anyway, she said no. She said no. She said your auntie called me last night, but I was asleep. Sometimes my mama gets in that sleepy hour. She can't answer. She just be asleep. Cause she wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Even when she was retired the first time, yeah, she would still wake up at 5 o'clock a.m. Her body's just set like it, right? So anyway, she said, your auntie was calling me, which is my auntie mama. I already told you about her. She was calling my mama from the hospital. Well, what happened was one of my cousins went to check on her dad, which is my uncle, went to check on her dad in his house. When she got over there, he was unresponsive. Okay. So they called the ambulance and then they called my auntie and my auntie called my mama. That's how that went. So my mama was like, she didn't know what was wrong. So when she called this morning, my auntie's still up at the hospital with their brother. And what the doctors told my auntie was that my uncle had 3 heart attacks. He's bleeding on his brain, and he was unresponsive when they got to him. So my mom left work because they had them locked down because y'all know she works right up under the head man in the court systems and stuff. So they had them locked down. So she's a panic because she's locked in, can't get to her brother and her sister. And it's a bomb threat outside. And y'all, so I'm like, what in the flying four circles of hell is going on? Like I woke up today, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. So anyway, so she just texted me back. And because I tell her, because my mother, she speeds. That's where I get it from. And I said, you text me when you get up there to let me know you made it. And so she was just texting me to tell me I'm here. So I'm waiting on her to give me an update about my Uncle Luther and to see, what's going on with him. Yeah, it has been already, and it's just what? Almost 1 p.m. It has been one of those. Okay. Now, what I was going to say earlier is that I was laying in the bed this morning. And even with all them texts and stuff that was coming in, I tried to fight it in sleep, right? I'm like, I ain't going to answer. I'm trying to I'm sleeping. And so I heard God very clearly, get up, say a prayer. And that's all I heard. So I woke up and I just was like, Jesus. That's all I could say. Because when he touched me like that and tell me to say a prayer, it means it's going to be one heck of a day here. So, so far, it's true to form. So that's why I said tonight about the Bible study. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. It's depending on what happens with my family. It just does. It depends on what happens with my family. And it's crazy because my uncle stopped speaking to my mama and his sister over 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. He just stopped speaking to them. And they was like, and I mean, he's been over there in a funk. Like, y'all ever seen a man? Because it's, women, but men, y'all ever seen a man that is withdrawn and he just stays to himself all the time? Just all the time. He mad at the world. He don't deal with nobody. Just bitter. And then wonder why things happen. Because you're bitter. You're very bitter. And that was my uncle. He went from being, he put like this. Him and his wife had been together since they were 13 years old. Okay. Well, she left him about 4 years ago, if not more. And ever since they divorced, he's been bitter. He's been bitter with everybody. Like, seriously, he stopped speaking to his best friend that he had a best friend since they was 13. He stopped speaking to him, stopped dealing with him, stopped calling him, stopped talking to him, stopped going by drinking beers with him. He just became bitter. And he was not supposed to leave the hospital when he got sick that last time. And he told them, if y'all don't sign me out of here, I'm going to call 911 and tell them y'all kidnapped me. So, they're not going to keep you against your will. So they let him sign himself out. He's a very bad diabetic where he done lost toes. And I think he's really trying to slowly kill himself. I think he feel like if I die, I die. This man makes, and that's why I keep telling y'all, money ain't everything. Because my uncle, he makes an hour. He makes like $47, $48 an hour. And he's still not happy. You see what I'm saying? It's a character thing. He's bitter to his heart. And he don't understand that he needs to come out of that. Okay, so let me tell you, y'all know I'm transparent, right? I'm a new parent transparent. Let me tell y'all what else has happened. So, okay, my baby girl, she is gay, okay? And July 3rd, we all was getting together and they was getting the last count, right? They was getting the last count on who's coming to one of my daughter's house on July 4th, right? Now, Mimi, you know this. You already know this. So he sounds like a man with money. Yeah, he's broken. He's very broken. My uncle, he's very broken. You know women like that, NC girl? I ain't never met a woman like that. I'm not saying it. I'm quite sure, there is. But the reason why I said it's kind of sad because most of the time when men are like that, they die soon. Like, for real, they die soon because they don't have that nurturing quality that women have to kind of nurture their way through it. It's like their stubbornness and their bitterness begins to turn inward on their body. Don't y'all know when you bitter and you're stubborn that it eats up your natural body, your physical body? You start having like symptoms and pains and stuff like that because it's eating your body up. It's killing you. It's turning inward for real. It's done went from being emotional to physical, you know. So that's what's crazy. But anyway, what I was wait a minute. So anyway, y'all. So okay, Insy girl, I got you. I got you. Yeah, Mimi, it turns inward and people don't, people be like, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's cause you bitter. You bitter. That's what's wrong with you. You stop being bitter and start, releasing and repenting, your body will heal itself. But bitterness is to the bones. That's the Bible. Bitterness is to the bone. So anyway, so y'all know on the 3rd, 4th of July and all this and stuff. Well, my daughter is dating this girl. She don't know really too much about God at all. Okay. She wasn't raised, to know anything. Matter of fact, the more that I'm hearing about her story, she wasn't raised. There was times this little girl had to miss school to take care of her brothers. Her mother had a dope habit. Her grandmother's still on dope. And she's got a good heart. She's really a sweet kid. Well, she bumped into my daughter, and my daughter is to know baby girls to love baby girl. Let's just put it like that. That's how I showed y'all that video of her dancing and acting silly. That's her. She's a live wire, And I think that girl was like, I need to hold on to her. So what she tried to do is burn a candle or something that somebody told her to do to keep my daughter. It was out of order. She knew it was out of order. Now she didn't then, right? So since then, they done went to 2 pastors and got prayer and all this. She repented. She apologized, and she apologized to me, my sister, my whole family, and everything. She said she just didn't know, And I get it. When you don't know, you don't know. How many times have we done something in our life that we didn't know, and it could have been the detriment of our death? We just didn't know. So anyway, ever since July 3rd, my kids have been split. Now, my sister did everything she could to get to know her nieces and nephews better, and for them to have a sibling night with her, right? And it was going good. But y'all know, sometimes all it takes is one to destroy. It says one bad apple can destroy the bunch. That's the truth. So, because of that, the 4th of July thing with everybody did not happen. It didn't happen. Um, they've been split since. That's how we got these 3 sets I was telling y'all about. We got 3 sets now because everybody's been split. Was asking random people to quote a Bible scripture for $20. It was shocking by the number of people who don't know one. Right. I think I saw that, but I saw it in a commercial, like on YouTube. On Facebook. Yep. Honey, who? I wish you would have offered me that, baby. By the time we left, I would have been in the thousands. Like, run that money. Run that money. Anyway. And here's the thing. I love all my children. Okay. When you a real mom, you love all your kids, warts and all. Okay. You give your children a benefit of a doubt that they don't give you. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times kids crucify their parents for the decisions that they make when they don't have enough information to understand the decision. See, it's easy to sit back on your do for nothing and say, daddy should have did this, mama should have did this, y'all could have did this better, you could have did that better, why you but when you become a parent, come on, when you become a parent and you are faced with such decisions too, it don't always go the way you feel it. Now, hindsight is 2020. Like, months after it's over, you can probably say, yeah, that wasn't the best way to go about it, but like that. So, and that's why I say to a lot of people, there's a lot of decisions that parents make. I ain't talking about stupid parents, parents with low self-esteem and all this. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the ones that really, really have their children's best interests at heart and make the tough decisions. You know what I'm saying? And unconditional love requires loving others even when it hurts. What you said. And so I make no apologies for my stance. I stood one way on that day. I still stand that way on this day. This is my stance on it. When somebody asks you to forgive them, that's one thing. But when they do change behavior, they're serious. Like, a whole lot of people say, I'm sorry, and their behavior never changed. They do the same thing over and 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 over to over to over to over to over to and over to. So they're not sorry. That's just something they say. And a lot of times when I hear grown people say, I'm sorry, but they keep doing the same thing, I know that their parents let them get away with that when they was a kid. All they had to do was say they're sorry, even if they didn't change their behavior. Well, that doesn't work in the adult world. Okay? I ain't your mama. I ain't your daddy. If you tell me you're sorry, I'm looking for different behavior to back up you being sorry. If I don't see nothing different, then I don't pay no attention to you. See how that works? So, the girl asked us to forgive her and everything. So we did. I think everybody deserves a chance. Honey, God gives me grace after grace after grace. Here, mercy after mercy after mercy. And I dare not get on my good for nothing and start looking my nose down at somebody who made a mistake. That's just me. But I'm mature enough to understand that. Okay. So ever since I stood with my baby girl against the decision that my other kid made. I have been enemy number one. Okay. So, like I told them, y'all wrong. And y'all wrong. And wrong don't right nobody. You wrong. How are you gonna hold over this girl's head something she did that she didn't even know was wrong? Aren't we supposed to show the love of God to people who don't know God? Aren't we supposed to be the light in the darkness? You know, and if you really serve God and know God the way you say you do, her lighting a little wicked candle ain't gonna affect you because you know you're covered by the blood of Jesus. So I'm not understanding what the problem is. Okay. So I did not I did not go. I did not participate first 4th of July without my husband and the first 4th of July by myself. And I think I talked to Mimi that day and I talked to Real Mamas that day, and everything. And that was it. That was it. And I talked to my sister. That was it. Because that's wrong. You know, you won't, you don't care if baby girl come, but she can't bring her significant other when everybody's going to be there with their significant others who got one. And it wasn't about that. It was about, we're going to hold mama's back up. This is the first holiday. This is the first 4th of July that she's going to be without daddy. And this was her and daddy's favorite holiday. Everybody forgot that in transit because everybody felt offended that the girl who burnt the candle was coming to their house. That tripped me out. So now, fast forward. Today is August 12th, right? August 12th. Did I tell y'all people still pissed at me? Because I made that stand. And on that, I'm going to sip some water. One moment. Ooh, okay. And so somebody said, well, what are you going to do? Because um, your kids is mad at you. And, what are you going to do? It's got to be hard. Baby, I gave my children, all of them back. I gave all my kids back to God when they were born. And I said, once they turn 18, they grown. They of age. So now I'm not dealing with no little kids. What? I'm not gonna go out here and blow my brains out. I ain't gonna go over here and just kick the can and smack a cat and all this and stuff. No, it is what it is. When you draw a line in the sand, see, here's the thing. I'm stubborn. I'm very stubborn, and I know I'm stubborn. Okay, and I've did everything I can to work on that because it's not cute. But I know I can tell you my bad points. I have a quick temper. I'm stubborn, and when I get that on my back, I don't know you. So, but here's the thing. This is where I'm at with it. I love God. So I ain't gonna force myself on nobody, but I ain't gonna. Hey, what I tell y'all, the life I live, I love, and what did I say yesterday? This life I live, I'm a love, and this love I have for life. Something I had. I might go back and listen to that to see what I said, but that's where I'm at. I love everybody from a distance. I will. I don't have nothing nasty, nothing at all, because I'm not. I'm good. I'm gonna preach the word like the Lord say. My heart is clear. My spirit is clear. As long as I'm in good standings with God, everything else can go. I'm y'all. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. And it's not coincidence that my spiritual daddy contacted me 2 days ago and was telling me, get ready because you're going to go through this storm. And when you come out of it, you're going to be on your next elevation. So it's no coincidence. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I can go through this pouting and pissed and mad and just to prolong my storm. I'm just gonna go through this and just trust God. That's all I can do. I gave him back to God a long time ago. I trust God and I'm going to keep doing me because he has never let me fail. Like I tell everybody, I'm his favorite daughter. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So, honey, who? No bitterness here at all. Let me see. That's why that's why the world doesn't believe to make Christians are fake and mocking God in the name of Jesus. God forgive us. Who are we to judge anymore? Thank God he doesn't see or judge me like people in the world. I know that's right. Baby, let me tell you something. If y'all only knew, like I come on here and, I tell some things to encourage people. But if y'all only knew what I went through in my life, the stuff I've done, the things I've been a part of, you would be like, and you not crazy? True talk. You would be like, and you not crazy? Baby, when I tell you God loves me, that ain't no smoke. And when I tell you I'm chosen, that's really no smoke. It don't make me better. I'm just chosen. So a lot of things that normal people that would take somebody that would take a normal person out, gotta let me fly straight through it. So I think I want to just tell some people, keep praying for your children. When they get a certain age, they think they know everything and they think they know better than you. And God has to knock them down so they can look up and see him. And that has been my prayer. Lord, whatever you have to do outside of killing me or killing them, because you have to make your petition known now. Come on, quit playing. You know, allow them to see you. I can't see you for them no more. They grown. You know. And there's no hard feelings. And I know y'all sitting like, she's saying all that about her kid. Yeah, it's life. It's true. I think that's what's wrong. A lot of y'all so used to people being fake with y'all. And I just don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to be nothing but what I am. I told y'all, good, better, and different. You're going to know the truth. Whether I look good in the story or not, you're gonna know the truth. Because what's the sense of me telling you guys and not, and I'm not honest with you. And you see what I'm saying? It's kind of backwards. So let me see what you said. That's why I'm not envious of anyone because I know I couldn't walk in anyone else's shoes because I know for a fact they couldn't walk in man. What you said? What you said? Like we was talking about MRIs yesterday. And my son was like, my baby boy was like, Mom, it's not that bad if you put earphones in or whatever. I said, my husband was my goat. I remember when I had to have an MRI done for my heart, right? And I didn't want to have it done anyway because I knew what machine it was because I was in medical, right? And so when we got ready to go back there, he was like, come on, baby. And as long as my husband was going with me, y'all, I was calm. Okay. When that lady turned around and looked at him and said, Sir, you can't go with her. He said, Ha, like that. And she said, come on. I was like, no, no. I said, my husband can't go with me. She said, no, only one person back said no, only one person, and that's the person who's, getting the MRI. I was like, so my husband can't, I stared and my husband can't go. She said, no. She said, I'm sorry. And he just looked at her. He said, she ain't going to be in there. He said, y'all can try, but I'm telling you now, she ain't going. If I can't go with her, she ain't going. He said, but baby, he said, go ahead. I'm going to be right here when you come out. He already knew. He said, go ahead. I'm going to be right here when you come out. And I'm just looking at him like, he's like, I got you, babe. I'll be out here praying for you. Go ahead. So, y'all, I walked through that door. He had just told his other husband was out there. It was a white man because he was waiting on his wife. He said, my wife? He said, she's not going to do it. She's not. And so, yeah, I tried. I laid down. She went to slap me. I said, mm-mm, mm-mm. She said, well, it's only going to, I don't care how long it's going to take getting me out. I started trying to clamor. She said, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So they pulled the thing back out and I got off the table. I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. And she said, okay, well, I'll let your heart doctor know we got to do something else. I said, okay, because I can't do this. Honey, who? I went back there and got myself dressed. And my husband's girl sit down with his cup because, you know, they offered you free pop, free water, free coffee while you wait. And he was great, sit down with his cup. And I came through the door. He said, what'd I tell you? He said, wow. And white man said, wow, your husband just take me home. He said, come on, baby. He said, it was nice talking to you, man. He said, you too. He said, I knew it. He said, I just told him, my wife ain't going to be back there. She ain't going to be back there. I was like, no, because the reason why he knew this so confidently, y'all, is because I am claustrophobic. Okay. And I'm working on that, but I'm claustrophobic. And it came by me being held against my will, you know, in a room where I couldn't get out. And so that has, you know, heightened in my life. So, you know, sometimes even getting on elevators is a whole trip with me. I told y'all, my husband used to pull up in front of my job, walk me into the elevator, stand with me, take me to the floor I worked on, kiss me goodbye. He'll see me later, get back out. Get back on the elevator, get back down to the car and go home. Seriously. Seriously. So sometimes when I say I'm spoiled, it ain't got nothing to do with finances. It's got something to do with this man gave me everything that I needed. And at that time, I needed that. And he didn't have a problem with it. He was like, so they even got used to him putting the flashes on, walking me in the building, getting on the elevator with me, taking me to my floor, kiss me, have a good day, baby. Got back on the elevator, went back down, and went home. This was every day. Every day. Every day, every day. And so, girl, yes, MRIs can be scary. You know, and I guess sometimes let me take a sidebar. I'm grateful because, you know, sometimes I've heard women have mates say, I'll stop being a punk. Go on the elevator, man. They'll make fun of the fact that, you know, it's a scary thing to her. They'll laugh at it. You know, you're a jerk. Yeah, that's why it's going to close and you ain't going to never get out of there. You know, stuff like it. Some things is not funny. And I'm just glad that he was just one of them guys. He was one of them guys. He broke the mold, you know. I was also thinking about it was funny. Girl, I couldn't do that either. Me, I promise you. They try to offer me music and everything. No, I don't want your music. Don't want none of that. Let's do something different. So they let my heart doctor know she just couldn't do it. Like we tried this twice. Like I came up there 2 days in a row, y'all. They was like, she just can't do it. We have to do something else. So what they end up doing, I still got my MRI, but I did it in a different place, which was closer to my house, praise God. And then it was like, you know how you get in a dentist chair and you ride back a little bit? That's what it was. It was a dentistry chair, like, and then they had this thing to where it moved every 20 seconds over me, but I was out. Like, you know, I was still out, you know, and everything like that. And they pushed it down a little bit. Like if you know how the dentist move that thing down to look in your mouth, well, that's how that was, except it was a C. And it will move from side to side every 20 seconds. Every 20 seconds, just taking pictures. I dealt with that. I put my headphones on and shoot, I dealt with that. I was like, yes. But in true form, Miss Coco, you know, they shoot you when you come out of that, they shoot you up with adrenaline, right? And it's if you ever had a heart test, y'all, okay? If you haven't, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But when you're having a test for your heart, they bring you over in the chair after you do your MRI. It's called a PEP test, PETA, PEP test. And anyway, they bring you over to this chair and they administer adrenaline in your vein and they watch your heart. Okay? And you're supposed to come down It's supposed to come down after a certain time. And they like, you're gonna feel a headache, you're gonna feel this, that, you're gonna feel this, that, and then you're gonna come out of it. And I'm like, okay, y'all. I'm still sitting there saying, do you feel is it coming down? I said no. They said it's not coming down. I said no. They said, well, maybe it's just we're gonna watch it another minute. I'm like, okay. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I said, whew, like yeah. They said, so it's coming down, right? I said no. They said it's still not coming down. So here come the head RN. She come there. She said, well, daggone it. You're gonna be my hardest person today, huh? I said, I don't know. So they gave me a pop. They said, what pop would you want? Because it'll bring it down and it'll mellow it out. I said, give me a Pepsi. So they gave me a Pepsi and I'm sipping the Pepsi. Y'all, it went up. And so now I'm like, I don't feel right. And so, y'all, the nurse came back in there and she touches, She grabbed that vial of stuff, whatever she grabbed, honey, and shot me in my veins. And all of a sudden, I started going, it started releasing. She said, oh my gosh. She said, lady. I was like, I know, I take a lot. I take a lot of stress. I do. And that's it. That's the truth, y'all. I take a lot of stress. So what would normally work on other people and they would mellow out, mine was still going. And that's not good. That is not good at all. So yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. But when she shot that up in my veins, I felt much better. I'm like, woo. She said, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to write this down. So they wrote it in the report and they told me that, for the next 24 hours. And they told my husband to watch me for the next 24 hours and all this is the girl. It was a mess. It was a mess. But like I tell people, I take a lot. I don't know how I'm able to internalize a lot of stress like it. It's not that I set out to do it, I just do. So I'm getting better. I'm getting better to find things to relax, bring me joy, things of that nature. And let me see. Open MRIs is a new way now. And let me see. I hate bridges. Queen, they have a bridge in Chicago that lifts up. No one told me I acted on that bridge. And it went back down. I was a track star. I know that's right. See, highways and bridges are my stish. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get on there and just. I told y'all, but you know what? Last night, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all know, y'all my family. Y'all know I tell y'all the truth. Last night, I was laying in the bed and I was drifting off, and I heard, "Slow down, slow down when you're driving." And then a picture of a nurse who plowed into them people came in front of my face. And so now I'm gonna have to slow down when I'm driving because that was God letting me know that, yeah, you drive like this and you're comfortable driving like this, but anything can make you be that person. And I have bigger for you than that person. So I will be slowing down. So instead of 55 and a 35, I think I do 40, 47, Instead of 80 and a 65, I'm gonna have to slow down and do 70, so yeah. It's gonna hurt me to go that slow, but yeah. So, real mama's in here. Hey girl. Yes, so I'm just saying, y'all. my speed has to considerably slow down, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be my new normal all the way around again, y'all. Cause I guess I don't know what I get. I get a rush or something when I'm driving 80 miles an hour. It's just and my music is good and pumping the way I like it. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna slow down. Cause one, it comes before destruction, you know what I'm saying? And a haughty spirit before a fall. So I am and I want to be here because I have a purpose on my life. So um I have to slow down. I have to slow down. So yeah, that's all I'm saying, y'all. It's been so much stuff this, and I know I'm not the only one that's going on, going through, in family situations and stuff. I'm just verbal about it. That's it. I'm verbal. I tell it. So um, you know, um, she's silly, girl. I was supposed to been going, but I'm gonna wait and do all my travel. You think I'm playing? Like I'm going somewhere. I'm going to Washington, like I told King. Hey, King. Uh, I'm going to Washington. I think sometime between the end of August and the beginning of September, and then I'm going somewhere for my birthday. Um, what else? I'm going somewhere in October, and I ain't gonna tell about the rest of that. So then, but I'm doing. I even got a travel agent, y'all. Ooh, yes, I have a travel agent, and I'm planning my stuff for next year. Which brings me, real mamas, bother Mimi, whoever else. Um, we're trying to do a meetup, and um, I didn't know if we wanted. I have to get back with King because I'm trying to see where he wants to do the meetup because it was his suggestion. He wanted us out to do a meetup, and I was supposed to be working on that for this year, but it ain't gonna happen. So it'll be next year, so that everybody can know and kind of plan and all this and stuff. So we're trying to make it to where it's like in between where we all live, since we all in different states. We're trying to make it like somewhere in between, so we all can, get the same hotel. Just enjoy each other for like 2 or 3 days, and everything. So this is for 2023. If y'all have any suggestions, let me know. I really wish we would do Gatlinburg. I really wish we would do Gatlinburg because there's so much to do and everything. And Gatlinburg is really, really nice. And I went to it, but then we left because so we went through it, and everything. Let me see. And then it's a hotel that has a water park in it, y'all, to where you can, water slide and all this and stuff like that. So hopefully by 2023, I know we'll be dealing with another virus or disease, but hopefully it'll still be open enough to where we can, because you gotta occupy until God come. You can't just be out, we're gonna have to learn how to live with this stuff. It ain't going nowhere. Let me just put that to you, man. It ain't going nowhere. We have to learn how to live with it. The cameras are not. Yeah. See, real mama, that's what I was thinking. We could all go in. I've been to Orlando and Kissimmee, Florida. Okay. I the only reason why I wanted to go to Florida is because I have family members that moved down there, and some of them are already down there. They keep inviting me. They're like, "You like seafood? We can go fishing and we can go all this and all that." I don't fish, but you can bring me all the crabs that you want. You see, um, but yeah. So okay, no problem, babe. She works hard for the money. Dun, dun, dun. You like Gatlinburg too, NC girl? Okay, so let me see. That's one thing I can tell King. Gatlinburg is on the table, and maybe we can get 2 more places we can pick from. And, we let everybody know, like, if I can get a deal worked out, we'll let everybody know how much the deal is. And, if we agree, then if I can block off a cabin with like maybe 6 or 7 bedrooms, something like that. Or either if we can't get a cabin, and we can block off some rooms in the hotel to where everybody have their own room. So I'm gonna be working on that because 2023, I want us to live our best life. Yes, I want us to. I'm excited. I am excited. Then hopefully, these 18 pounds will be off. Then, honey, I can wear my swimsuit. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying, because it's gonna be cutables. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. See. Cause it's gonna be cutable. It's gonna be cutable. So I'm like, yeah, yes, 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 yes. So Yeah, I'm excited, y'all. It's time to live your best life, you know? And everybody's like, well, you know, such a girl. Disease and viruses will be around here until Christ come. I'm just saying. Let's not get stuck on one when there's so many that's gonna come. So I'm gonna show y'all a picture real quick, then we'll be out of here. Let me make sure. Hold on. Not that way. I wonder why come it goes that way. Okay, let's go back. Okay, yep, so that's right. Okay. Now, here are my twin grandkids. Hold on. Dun 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 dun. I love my theme music. Uh, can y'all see this picture? Oh yeah, y'all can see my boo boo kitties. Y'all can see my boo boo kitties. These are my twin Libra granddaughters. Yes, I can't believe time has passed so much that they are in school now. Trips me out. Okay, Issy girl, take your time. God got it, honey. I'm like, loud today. And let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me get back over here. They too much and then not enough here. Make sure y'all can see. Thank you. Yeah, they are, honey, they too much and not enough here. That is Jaden and Jordan. Girl. So Jordan's the oldest, right? So they was about three. They was about three. So Jaden was antagonizing her sister Jordan. So she took some she took some from Jordan and ran. And Jordan was trying to chase her. She ran up under the table and was playing with it and was cracking up. And Joy kept on saying, "Give me," because she couldn't reach her. And Jaden kept scooting back laughing. I said, "Girl, you a mess. You a mess." So yeah, they that's them. That's them. So I'm surprised. Hey, they are at a point. They are in school now. Lord have mercy, y'all. Lord have mercy. Bless their heart on. Hey, you couldn't pay me right now, and Lord have mercy. I'm praying for all of y'all who got little kids that go to school. I'm so glad it ain't my ministry. I am so. I'm so glad it's not my ministry, y'all. Oh, I've had my share of we had to go back to school shopping. We had to go back to school. We got to get pants, shirts, uniforms, socks, underwear, shoes, baubles, barrettes, backpack, paper, pens, glue, gloves, scissors. I'm like, no. Can't wait till this part of my life is over. Pay school fees and all this stuff. Honey, who? When baby girl crossed that stage, it was raining. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. It was raining. It was a dreary day when she graduated, but we stayed right in that rain. Do you hear me? Sure did. I need to see this to the finish. I need to see this to the finish line. She the last of the Mohegans. Ain't no rain gonna move us. Mama said, for real, we gonna stand right here. It was too funny. He went and got the umbrella and everything. We still got wet. We was just standing like, as soon as she was like, yes, it's over. It's over. Now it's time to live. It's over. Y'all, shh. Uh-uh. I told her friend, I said, honey, baby girl was enough for 5 different people. Oh, that child. Lord have mercy. Mm-mm-mm. Bless her heart and all her parts. Bless her heart and all her parts. So she called me this morning. She had an orientation. She said, Mom, I found a way. Good. I'm rolling back over and I'm going to sleep. She said, well, enjoy your sleep. Because I didn't feel like driving her to Timbuktu for no orientation. Then I got to sit out there because she ain't got nowhere back. Like, that's how you do it. Show me you an adult. Find your way. There you go, baby. Proud of you. Very much proud of you. So, but, I've been telling my kids that, I'm proud of them and the accomplishments that they've done. Even if you work at McDonald's, you could be out here slinging dope. You could be out here in these streets, but you're trying to be a productive citizen. So for that, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. So, I'm like, okay. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to share that. My mama hasn't called me, so I don't know. Um, I don't know. I guess no news is good news, right? So I'm not sure if they're gonna have him on life support or whatever. Because to have 3 heart attacks while you laying there, it's y'all, that's something different. That is something different. Um, yeah, yeah, some different. So anyway, today is Friday. Anybody got any plans for Friday before we get out of here? What y'all got planned? Drop it in the chat so I can see. Thank you, 300. What y'all got planned so I can see. And y'all, when I tell y'all, thank you, NC girl. When I tell y'all that I'm so grateful that I bumped into this herb where my joints and stuff don't hurt. I've been walking my butt off, y'all. I've been going different places and everything. I'm like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take advantage of this. Shoot, y'all don't know. I told y'all I was diagnosed with arthritis in my 20s. So, I knew that my arthritis would, not my, but the arthritis would start to get bad at a certain age. Like I was an athlete. Most athletes, as they get older, their bodies start to show all the damage that they had when they were younger. She said, rest and relaxation all weekend. Girl, I missed my pedicure appointment. Go figure. I missed my pedicure appointment. I'm like, what the? So I'm gonna have to do it myself. Good thing I don't have no concrete for feet, cause um, go on fly. I can't stand flies. Um, so yeah. So anyway, what I was gonna say about that is, um, forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna sit on my porch because I can't drive right now. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna put a little 10-second video of my new deck that they built. Like they tore the other one down and redid it. I mean, it's in the same form, but you'll be able to tell when you see a video. Um, and I want them to come and get that old wood that they left out there, so and everything. And they can put my patio furniture back up on my porch and all this and stuff. Cause I need y'all to do that. I didn't move it, you did. So let me see. Tomorrow, I'm trying to go to this reggae thing um, for a couple of hours and just to see what that's about, getting my heritage a little bit more. Um, Something else I wanted to do, but then I'm gonna prepare for dinner Sunday. I told you I'm cooking a special dinner for my mother, one of my aunties, um, and so my shrimp got here yesterday, and I got all my seasonings. I got my angel heart pasta. I got that and everything. So I gotta go get my bread today out of so I can make my homemade garlic cheese toast and get the rest of the stuff to make the salad. So, yep. And then I'm also, like I said, making a tuna casserole that everybody has texted me and said they want some. We're gonna see how far this casserole go. And then, of course, baby girl has put in her order for some homemade chicken noodle soup. Whenever you get through being, what can I call you? Uh, This is Shishka. Um, well, whatever. I need to ask you a favor. I said, what is it? Can you make me miss my own homemade chicken noodle soup? Mama ain't had that in so long. Girl. I said, yeah, I'll make you. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Go ahead and cook for everybody else. I went on my soup. But I do want some, but you going to cook Sunday. Wait a minute. I thought you going to wait on your soup, but you. Never mind. Never mind. And her poor little girlfriend, y'all. Her poor. That little girl, it's restaurants that I asked her, I said, have you ever been, like it's a dairy down here, y'all, that I get my chili dogs from and all this and stuff. And on Saturdays, me and my late husband, we used to go every Saturday. I used to give me a banana split in a cup. He get him a vanilla and orange swirl ice cream cone, and we get 4 chili dogs, right? So I asked her, I said, have you ever had? She said, no, ma'am. This girl hasn't had anything like that. She hasn't had anything. She hadn't had, like, it's a place here called Dizzy Whiz. She hadn't had Dizzy Whiz. I thought everybody in Louisville done had Dizzy Whiz. She hadn't had Dizzy Whiz. She was like, they didn't take me nowhere. It's just a real Cinderella story, y'all. It just really is, And I feel sorry for her. I really feel sorry for her. And now that she don't let her mother or grandmother manipulate her, because she's 20, she don't let them manipulate her with keeping all her mom's kids while her mother go get high and run the street. Now she don't let them do that. They don't like her, and they don't like my daughter because they know my daughter's behind it. And she probably is. My daughter probably told her, "You ain't got no kids. Why you?" I can hear baby girl now. You ain't got no kids. Why you sitting there babysitting all these kids while your mama go get high? I go get drunk, and then you can't even get nothing to eat. That girl had been sitting over y'all and hadn't ate. Do y'all hear me? She had not eaten at all for like 2 days. Not mad. Unless the Lord say let her starve. Not mad. Even if it ain't nothing but a boiled egg and honey and a hot dog. Not mad. So yeah, it's you never know what people's been through in their life, y'all. You never know, you know. And what trips me out is I have done some things in my life that, like I said, my older kids is just now finding out about. Because when you have to do whatever you have to do, your kids should know it. I think that's where I fall out with a lot of women because they grow their children up before it's time. Like if you a hoe, be a hoe without your kids knowing you a hoe. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Your kids shouldn't call every man that come in your house uncle. That's Uncle Tom. That's Uncle Tony. That's Uncle Sean. That's Uncle Mike. That's Uncle Craig. That's Uncle Kevin. That's Uncle Keithon. You're like, well, how many brothers you got? I thought you was the only child. I'm stupid. I thought you was the only child, and you sit over here with all these uncles. Your kids call these people uncles. Uncle this, uncle that, uncle this, uncle that. And then you be like, hey, y'all kid again? Oh, you like, now man. Now man, I forgot. Now man. So, y'all pray for me. Oh, I cracked myself up. Bibi said, no ma'am. For real. Girl, you know how if people be talking about their uncles. Ain't no blood flowing nowhere, girl. They be like, uncle this, uncle that, uncle this. You like, I thought your mama was the only child. Hey, you be on your daddy's side, then you got brothers on your daddy's side. Oh, you ain't got no brothers either on that side. Oh, well, how's that your uncle? Cause see, I was an inquisitive kid. I asked questions like, hey, okay, how y'all kid? Just nosy. I couldn't help it. I hung around old folks, and y'all know old folks is nosy. I was like, how y'all kid? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I need you to hold my hand. because I'm tripping. It just brings back stuff you was told when you was a little kid. Your parents when you had questions, like you seen this man maybe a little bit too much, and you who's that, mama? And she said, oh, that's your Uncle Tony. You like, oh, okay, hey, Uncle Tony. And then when you get older, you're like, whatever happened to Uncle Tony? Oh, that wasn't your uncle. You're like, well, who was it? Because Uncle Tony spent a lot of times in your bedroom. Yeah, that was. Oh shoot! And then you start asking questions because you know your siblings and your mama's siblings, and y'all all supposed to have the same daddy, but you found out that two of the siblings ain't got the same daddy. You're like, how that happen? Who your daddy did? I thought such is your daddy. Now mama was creeping. Whoa. Oh Lord. She was creeping in the next room. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm stupid. Y'all pray for me. I'm just like, hey, I'm one of them inquisitive kids. I think about stuff like, wait a minute, how was that how did it happen? Your first two kids, okay, you married, and your first two kids, and then your last two, what happened to the two in the middle? Who's their kids? I mean, who they? Yeah, how did it happen? That's why I always got smacked in the mouth at times because I asked too many questions. But then they're gonna get mad talking about if you want to know something, just ask. Well, when I asked, you smacked me in my mouth. Shoot. So don't tell me if I don't know his ass, and then y'all get smacked in the mouth for asking questions. So yeah, you couldn't pee on me and tell me it was raining. Even as a kid, I'd be like, something ain't right with that. Like when I accidentally told my grandmother my mother was smoking weed. Oh yeah, it was funny. But my grandmother, I used to go grocery shopping with her because I was little. I stuck up under my grandmother all the time. So we went to this store that we used to be in Louisville called A&P, right? So we was in A&P, and I was getting my favorite bubble gum, and I remember seeing those papers, right? Those blue papers, and I said, "Oh, I said, Gwenny, those are what Mama used." My grandma, I noticed how my grandma looked at me and said, "Huh? What?" I said, "These right here," and I touched them. She said, "Okay, leave them alone." She said, "Who used those?" I said, "Mama." I said, "Every day she used those papers right there. They papers, right? I don't know what she used them for, but she used them every day." Y'all, just running off at the mouth. Just running off at the mouth. My grandma said, "Uh-huh, thank you." We got home. She got to put up the food and everything. She called my mama and her. She's like, "Come here for a minute." Oh, my mama couldn't stand me for a while because of that. It got run her mouth too much. I didn't know I was telling her. You shouldn't have been doing it in front of me because I wouldn't have never known. So, yeah, it was funny. I be thinking back sometimes like, wow, that was funny though. It really was funny. So yeah, and then do y'all remember the money incense? Not the new money, not the new money, but y'all remember the old money incense, like around the 70s and 80s. Like mostly every black family, not the 80s, back the 70s. Mostly every black family had beads that they hung from a door, and they used to burn incense. And the incense they used to burn was called the money incense, and you could smell that incense anywhere. It seemed like whoever burnt the money incense also smoked weed. Seemed like they went hand in hand. Or maybe I'm just telling my own story. So shoot. So yeah, I went and got me some money incense, and it smells like it did when it was younger, when I was younger, but it's not as strong. These incense nowadays, unless you get the incense that's called soap incense, the soap incense got more. The scent is more in depth. I love those, but the regular ones, no ma'am, no ham, no sandwich. Nope. It don't work like it. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all for de-stressing me and taking my mind off some stuff. I do really, 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 really appreciate it. Hope I didn't offend anybody. It is what it is. And what was I gonna say? It was something I was going, oh, here we go. Let me warn you about this. Let me see if I can play it for you. This is a 911 for real. I pulled this up so I can play it for y'all. Give me one moment. Come on. Let's see. Come on. Okay, let me go back over here because I'm gonna have to click on this. Okay. One moment, y'all. Okay, here we go. Women, I hope y'all pay attention. And if you got any young sisters or daughters, here you go, right here. Okay, y'all can see it. Okay, yeah, y'all can see it good. Okay.
So listen, I don't care if you agree with a lot of my videos or not, or if you pay attention to them, that's fine, that's your prerogative. But I definitely want you to pay attention to this one. My daughter works late. She gets off at 3 in the morning in a decent sized city. We live in the middle of nowhere out in the country. So we're not accustomed to seeing stuff like this. But like I said, she works in a big city. She gets off at 3 in the morning, drives an hour and 15 minutes to get home. This is the third morning in a row I found one of these on her car in the exact same spot, back passenger door. I didn't know what it was. I just kept cutting it off. This morning, when I found it, I went in there and I asked her, I said, what's the deal with the zip tie being on your back passenger handle every morning? For the past 3 mornings, I've cut it off. She said, Dad, I don't know what in the world you're talking about. She said, I didn't know there was a zip tie on there. I said, yeah, there's a zip tie. So I was talking to my brother just a few minutes ago, and I told him, I said, man, 3 mornings in a row, I found a zip tie on I ain't gonna say her name, but my daughter's back passenger door handle. Black zip tie. It's loose, but it's on there. And he works in law enforcement. He's been in law enforcement his whole life. And you could tell when I mentioned that, he got extremely silent. And he said, what'd you just say? And I told him, and he was like, listen, man, cut that off right now. I said, I have been cutting them off. He was like, sex traffickers and people that basically steal women, vulnerable women, put them on a car somewhere where it's not easily noticeable for them, but other people who actually do the stealing knows exactly what that means. So basically what this is, you all, is this is a tag. And this alerts anyone who's part of the organization, I'll call it, of sex trafficking or kidnappers, abductors. Let them know that that person is vulnerable, they are by themselves, and they're an easy target. So if you've got teenage kids, girls that are out late at night, that are driving, check their car every morning. Look for a black zip tie or anything that stands out and immediately remove it. Looks like my daughter is a target, so she will be prepared. I promise you that. I've been telling y'all to keep your six covered. It's real.
Yeah, I can't. There's nothing I can do about it when it's an echo. It's just how it is. But thanks for telling me that. Yeah, but there's nothing I can do about that. I've tried. I don't know if it's a thing between this little laptop or what, but yeah, I can't do anything about that. When I go back and listen sometime to these videos and I hear it, I'm like, dang, why does that do that? So I am in the process of getting a better computer and everything. So because I want my stuff to be of a certain quality. So yeah, but right now, when in Rome. So, but yeah, the story is um if you see, I always check. Well, I grew up, I always check your car anyway before you get in it, like in your back seats and stuff like that. So I always look at my car anyway. And so yeah, I just make sure, especially if your kids especially if your child work at night, she's a female and she be by herself. Y'all make sure that y'all, make them aware that they can be a sitting target. Because a lot of these little young girls, a lot of these young women feel like, it ain't gonna happen to me. You know how many people have probably said that and have came up missing. You know, unfortunately, people have no. I know, and people have no respect for human life. They just don't have any respect anymore for human life. You a dollar sign. That's it. $sign.com is who you are. And so yeah, it's crazy. So I have been sharing, to like a man said, watch your six, and I do carry something on me. And also, I'm going to do what I used to do when I was little. I'm going to make me up something to spray. Um, and I'm going to tell y'all, liquid fire goes a long way. And that's all I'm going to say about that. You know, liquid fire is a good surprise. You know, you can't get them containers mixed up. Like if you got it in a bottle, a safe bottle, and you carry it on you, you don't need to be somewhere where somebody can snatch, but it needs to be on you some way. You can toss that quick. It's the one drop on the skin, it's over. They're gonna release something. Carry you a razor. Get them razors. Carry your razor. That's real small too. Everybody can't carry a big old gun. You know, carry your razor. Find some way to attach it to your keychain so you can slice and dice. You know, they blood, they DNA will be everywhere. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, I check every time because I'm just careful because since the housing and rental market has increased, I'm more aware of my surroundings and I carry. I feel you on that. I do. I feel you on that. Yeah, these people are trying to make money, honey. They don't raise people's rent and ain't nobody's checks going up. That's what's so funny. Y'all want us to own these apartments and we don't get ownership. You want me to pay you uh $1,500 a month to rent. Make it make sense. So I ain't trying to buy your apartment. So that's why I tell everybody, if y'all can wait until 2023, January of 2023, I would be trying to buy a house if I was y'all. Now the inflation, maybe I should say what is that? Interest. There you go, not inflation, interest. Now interest is going to be high on everything because the government's going to go up. They're going to raise it like maybe between 2 point something to 3 point something because they're trying to recover their loss. But housing it's gonna drop. Like to own a house, it's gonna drop. I'm telling y'all, to where You want a 4-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms. Right now, where it's going almost what $200,000, it'll be affordable, like 170, something of that nature, because they'll realize that they're not making no money. So they're going to start trying to sell these houses cheap. Like this year and last year was a seller's market. A seller's market. Next year it's going to be a buyer's market. You know, yeah, they out of order. I think they should put a cap on the rentals. I do. Until they do it. But if you was a smart business person, like when I opened up my apartment building, instead of me charging, like trying to get top dollar for everything, I'm not gonna make it slump prices either. But where everybody else is raising their rent, I'm a lower man to make sure I keep good quality people in them and make sure they can afford to pay me my rent. Duh. You know, I don't get people. I don't get them. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. My sinuses is draining. So, yeah, that's that good old elderberry right there. Get them sinuses draining. But, yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And like if I was selling property, well, y'all seen my friend when she came on here and she told y'all about selling property. If you're buying property, how to upgrade your property, if you got property and stuff like that. She was real informative. She was real informative. And if you haven't, y'all can go back and look at that video. She's a realtor. I'm sorry, y'all. She's a realtor. Y'all can go back and look at the video because she gave some real good pointers. Real good pointers on what to do, if you're trying to buy a house or if you own a house. So yeah. So anyway, y'all, it is 1:33. 1:30. That's why so many people are finding creative ways to. Well, come on, remote. Mouse creative ways to save on their housing, like tiny homes, RVs, and converting buses into homes. Yeah, because these people are crazy, girl. These people are crazy. Crazy. Yeah. However, yeah, if I do a Bible study, I might just record it and upload it so you all can see it, and then we'll come back and talk about it on the next live. If you have any questions, I do put little quizzes out there just to see the people that I'm talking to, like how much knowledge they have or what they know about it, and things like that. It's not to just, it's not to try to make anybody look stupid. I just want to know. Like I had a questionnaire out there. I said, if you are a preacher, if you know a preacher, pastor, evangelist, prophet, bishop, do you think it's wrong if they smoke weed? Yes, no, or that's between them and God. And I loved it. Put it like this, Mr. Dirk C. Williams, shout out to you, sir. I loved his comment. And people are human. I think what does a disservice though, because we all got something that we are yet overcoming. Okay, this is what y'all really need to know. When a man or woman of God is in a position of leadership, it don't mean they're perfect. There's nobody perfect walking this earth. Okay, it's just not. And if there is a perfect church, when you show up, it's not perfect no more. You feel me? Because you're not. So, but I think what the mistake is that some things should not be counted amongst us as leaders. And if you do have I can't help it, the world should know about it. Am I my brother's keeper? Meaning that whatever my issue is or my thorn in my flesh should be behind doors, not where everybody can see. And it's not that you being fake, it's that you spurring other people, because some people see things and they'll overcome and keep going. But you got some people who, if they see things, that stops. It stops their growth. It stops their believing God. It stops everything. So, you have to be careful because you don't want their soul to be required at your hands. And that's not just leadership, but that's lay members too. Those of you who go to church, you can't invite somebody to your church and your Lord, and then you turn around and smoke weed and drink with them. They don't work like that. Now, if they already know that you got issues that you overcoming, and you like, man, I keep going to church because my church is the real, and I know before long I ain't gonna be doing it. Come on, go with me. We both get free. That's different. That's different. Okay. So you just have to examine yourself. We all have to examine ourselves. Me too. I examine me and everything else. I take correction and everything else. It don't feel good. That pill don't feel good when somebody corrects your spirit, but it's for your good. So that being said, I thank you guys for coming over. My name is Libra Butterfly. I appreciate you. Send me an email, leave me a message, anything that you want. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Shout out to everybody who's cool with me. Check your community board in the morning and you'll see my next superstar for the Butterfly Queendom. And until then, don't forget my book too, y'all. Get that book, get that book, get that book. Until then, smooches.